And we wish to address for both of you the energies that have been flowing. As you both are aware, there have been many, the common term is portals, but we like to consider them more as expulsions of new energy into the energy field of this planet. The energies come from many different places throughout the universe, and each pulse that comes to you is meant to bring the earth plane and this 3D world closer to the evolution that is occurring. When we say evolution, and we wish you to understand that it is a long process. As you learned in your science classes, evolution does not happen overnight, and overnight meaning 10 years or 50 years or 100 years, but things evolve over time. And emotionally, you can evolve in a much shorter period of time. But the change from the heavier three-dimensional energies of this planet into the lighter fifth-dimensional energies that this planet is moving toward are part of the evolution, and that you have come here in a brief moment in time, although you have come before and will come again to help with this process, as you are both very committed to this process and into helping Earth become what she wishes to be. It is a very brief period of time. That being said, each pulse of energy that comes in, and you hear about the Lionsgate portal, you hear of the solstice portal, the equinox portal, the 2222 portal, all of those are very real, and there are different energies that get pulsed in from different parts of the universe, different other civilizations that have agreed to help out this section of the universe in its evolutionary process. And so each pulse people respond to differently. Each soul responds to certain energies that another soul may not. But with each pulse that comes through, it creates a need in the individual who is open to that energy to understand things in a new way. For with each pulse of energy that comes through, new information is being shared, new ideas of what the reality will be for this planet. Even though it feels so far off, it is necessary to begin to entertain the new realities. The contrast between the current reality and what is to come can be very painful. For when you are in that moment of understanding, of feeling, of knowing what is coming, and in being perfectly in alignment with your desire to enable this process to occur for Earth, for all of the inhabitants of Earth, including all of the plant life, that it is such a shocking contrast between what is now and what is coming, that it sets you into a place of, at times, even despair. But it is where you are versus what is coming, and there is a sadness on a soul level that it is not the reality that you are living in this moment. And so this is what creates these little black holes that you and millions of others across the planet fall into at any given time in response to whatever energy pulsation you have responded to. The action that is needed whenever you have this reaction to the pulsation is that you have to dial it back. You must consciously be aware of what's happening, and you must consciously bring yourself back into the current reality while still holding on to the energies. And it is a juggling act. It is taking what is a reality and yet not yet experienced, and juggle it with the reality that no longer fits, and somehow make it work. And so we say, let's dial it back. Let's do what you both always do. And that is to say, this is a problem. I need to shine light on it to figure out what the solution is. The other important aspect for you to remember is that you are not going backwards. You truly are not going backwards. It is like when the astrologers say that a planet is in retrograde, where it appears to be moving backwards, but in fact it is moving forward. And it is moving forward in a way that is very disconcerting and disconnecting, because you assume you feel that you're moving backwards, because it was highlighting where you have come from. It has been highlighting what you experienced in this lifetime and what you have healed, in order for you to move from that place of healing. Does this make sense?
It does. Is there a way that we can mitigate that more quickly next time?
Yes and no. That being aware that this is what the reaction is will help to move you in that, to feel that you're moving forward again, by accepting that this is a side effect of the pulsations of energies that are coming to you. And yet, at the same time, there will always be that discrepancy that will create in you the feeling of loss, the feeling of not having what you want, because the future reality is so fulfilling and so brilliant. And so, yes, you can mitigate it by awareness and by asking the questions, why are these particular aspects highlighted from my past and past experiences? Why are these particular ones being highlighted with this energy? And knowing that it is a side effect, and accepting that each time these pulsations come in, that you will experience this. You will not get in this lifetime, because we are that far from the true evolution into that reality. You will never have a time where you do not feel the effects of that. It is rather like grief that you are feeling, and it is a human emotion. And it is just as when there's a loved one who has passed on and you hit the anniversary date, and the feelings of grief, even though you feel very comfortable with their position on the other side, and the fact that they are out of their misery, or whatever reason, the fact that you've dealt with the grief, it comes up again, because it is that memory that pulses in and brings up those feelings. So that is what this discrepancy brings up for you. You know, this period of these years during the pandemic, and people, it was meant to stir up so much fear and isolation. It was meant to do what it did in order to have people examine and to start to change. And it has been difficult, that because it will be a very good outcome for those who have chosen it to be a good outcome, does not mean that it was not difficult. As you know, each one of the journeys that you have taken have been painful and joyful simultaneously. And that's what this 2-year period during this pandemic have been, joyful and painful simultaneously. And so all that you each have been feeling have been exacerbated by what's happening in the world at the same time. Does this make sense? But you still shine so brightly.